Today, I'm going to talk about common assumptions made in PCB assembly, and that is about whether SMT run is cheaper than through-hole assembly. For years, the answer has automatically been yes, it is, because SMT machine is faster, automated, and designed for volume. But in practice, it isn't that simple, because there are hidden cost factors that don't show up clearly on the shop floor, and they don't also get captured properly in the financial result. So in my view, the answer depends entirely on how you are measuring the cost. And most PCB assembly manufacturers are not comparing the right numbers like for like. But let me explain that in details right now. When people say SMT run is cheaper, they are usually talking about unit cost at volume. Well-run SMT line can place 40 to 60,000 components an hour. Once it is set up, the labor cost per board is very low because it takes one operator, one line, and thousands of placements. SMT run is about speed, and high throughput is the whole point. But the speed only reduces the cost when the line is fully utilized and stable. So if your SMT line stops, let's say for 30 minutes, for any reason, could be component shortage, feeder issue, or programming error, the cost doesn't stop at that point. The machine rate continues, the operator is still paid, overheads keep running. So, but in many businesses, that downtime is logged as normal and priced at maybe £80, £100. In reality, that stoppage may have prevented 2,000 to 4,000 pounds of output. That lost value almost never finds its way into product cost. So in most cases, SMT run looks economical because the cost of lost speed is invisible in the numbers. Now let's look at the through-hole assembly. So through-hole is often labeled as expensive because the labor involved is labor heavy and involves hand insertion, soldering, inspection, so on. Yes, the labor cost per unit is higher, but we can't deny the fact through-hole costs behave differently. So through-hole costs behave differently. They are visible and predictable. If a board takes 12 minutes to assemble, you know exactly what it cost. And if volume falls, labor can be adjusted. If there is a problem, it shows up immediately. There is no illusion of speed hiding inefficiencies. In smaller batch sizes, high mix environments where demand is unstable, through-hole can actually be less risky financially than SMT machine run. It may not be the cheaper per unit option, but it can be safer for cash flow and margin control. So which one really costs more? SMT run tends to cost more when volumes are inconsistent, changeovers are frequent, downtime is treated as background noise, costing is based on averages rather than real capacity. Through-hole tends to cost more when volumes are high and stable, labor efficiency is poor, there is no standard work or routine discipline. What I've seen in businesses that they were comparing headline unit cost instead of cost behaviors. So the real question is here, do your product costs reflect how your factory actually runs? Most leaders believe they do, but because the root cause of that product costing problem has never been properly identified and fixed, the results remain disappointing with no clear explanation of what is really causing the issue. And when costs are wrong, pricing decisions are wrong, margin expectations are wrong, and the cash planning also gets wrong too. My name is Yashim. I work with manufacturing and engineering businesses on product costing, performance measurement, and compliance. If you are running SMT, through-hole, or mix of both, and you're not fully confident with your product costing, if you want a clear numbers-based view of which processes is really costing you more in your business, and get in touch and let's fix it properly. Thank you for watching.